Yo, we're gonna do a video on Libra Rising, right? Which would be Gemini in the ninth house, and Gemini in the ninth house would be the expansion upon one's knowledge and wisdom, but pertaining to conversations, right? Mutable air, right? And this is the opposite, like I always say in this for these Libra series. This is opposite how it should be, right? So your knowledge and wisdom might be a little bit difficult to gain through this conversation, right? It might be a little bit internal nature that you have to travel, right? Instead of an expansion through the material realm, it might be an expansion through the how would you say this? The practical realm, or the thought realm or idea realm. You see what I'm saying? Well, I mean, really, before anything become an idea, it's really like the spirit realm first, you dig, and then it become into the more material. But yeah, that's beside the point. Libra Rising is initiating, creating new ways of communicating and practicalizing. So how one practicalizes is really in a balanced nature, right? That's just their personal life. That's how they live life. They want to bring balance through them their personal experience, right? And through that balance, bringing that balance, you get that mutable knowledge and wisdom, right? Because if you bring balance to something that don't really need balance, right, you go figure out like, damn, I wasn't even supposed to be part of this. Like, I'm just doing too much, right? Air can do that sometimes. You see what I'm saying? Air kind of can get all over the place. When you're looking at your fire placements, you want to have a vision and create that vision, right? So if you can create a vision about a conversation, then boom, then that's a good thing. You see what I'm saying? And that's where it can get difficult, right? With that ninth house being in Gemini. But yeah, you want to be focused on the knowledge and wisdom you gain, but somebody else be communicating as well, and end up, oh, okay, that makes sense. And then you kind of just switch up, boom, 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 in between with that mutable nature, right? It's like, you think about it, it's always going to be the same element if it's opposite, right? Because you got a cardinal fire, which is the original first house, right? But you got a cardinal air here, right? So then instead of a mutable fire in your ninth house, you got a mutable air in your ninth house, right? So it's really just like, you got to make sure you stick to that vision about what you really want to communicate about as a Libra rising. You see what I'm saying? But yeah. Let's do a little breakdown of that alignment. You could then look at, your seventh house, which would be Aries, right? Initiating, creating new ways of seeing and feeling in your relationship. And that 11th house would then be, if you're going to count from Gemini, the Cancer would be next. That'd be the 10th house. And the 11th house would then be Leo, right? So it's like a fixed fire in your association, right? Like I said, with this air nature, right? Kind of like the opposite, right? So you want to be able to communicate in a humanitarian way, but a way that's going to be able to express itself and go throughout the acquaintances. You see what I'm saying? 11th house is like the group. Go throughout the group. Boom. Yeah, that's a perfect word. And that's where it could be difficult, right? Because you want to have your own fire and let the fire burn your association. But sometimes the fire can get scattered because everybody being fixed, 11th house. You see what I'm saying? It's just everybody associating. It's not really on the main stage like on some regular shit. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, how that ninth house relates to the 7th and the 11th house. You look at the knowledge and wisdom you gain through your relationship, and then you look at the knowledge and wisdom you gain through your association. And you can kind of tie those two in due to that being the communication, right? So you communicate about your relationship or how you associate with others, or how those two kind of tie in together, right? You can either get in your trines or your squares. Squares would be more pressure and trines would be more like gifts. You see what I'm saying? So think about the same element that be your trines, and you think about a square is a 90-degree angle, obviously, right? And your squares to the 9th house would be the 6th house and the 12th house. So you think about that 6th house. You got Aries in the 7th. The previous one would be Pisces, right? And that's a mutable water sign. And you look at the 12th house of Libra. Excuse me. You look at the 12th house of Libra. That would be goddamn it, Virgo. And that's an earth sign. So it's like, you see what I'm saying? Like that water and the earth are also square, but it's just kind of depending on the circumstance, right? If you look at your trine to your 9th house, that'd be your 5th house. So you look at the 5th house of Libra, that would then be motherfucking Aquarius, right? So yeah, that's all I'm really trying to break down with that. And could go into the whole breakdown of those, but you can kind of probably do that on your own, all that. You see what I'm saying? Trying to figure out who that is. Who that is. But yeah, enjoy y'all Sunday and all that. Much love.